one of the most pernicious things about the rule of the incumbent is that no one particular thing that they do is outlandishly or extremely conspicuously oppressive or authoritarian. Right? It's a system wherein a lot of little oppressive maneuvers are dispersed throughout, right? Dispersed throughout institutions, dispersed throughout little spaces, right? So right now, what we are looking at is we have, of course, identified certain issues like the ERC, the nature of the elections being so sudden and relatively random, right? But of course, the lead up to this also is the history of oppression, the history of the government coming down on opposition politicians. But when you put them together, they form a very, very potent cocktail such that it becomes really, it just stops short of stuffing the ballot box, right? So I think that's really the frightening and the pernicious thing for us to sort of think about. There are so many different issues, so many small little issues for us to just go in and unpack. There are so many ways in which the election could be improved. There are debates and discussions and issues that we could have, right? But I think none of this is really possible at the moment because the government just has so much ideological and historical momentum behind it, which is such a shame, which is really, really such a shame. I'm optimistic every time there's an election, really, not because I think that the government's going to, face any significant challenge, but because where there's an occasion for people to sort of come together and think about the country that we're living in, the direction that we want to head in.